Back to the program, and of course, one things we love to do around here, we love local, Jackie. And loving local is what we are all about, and we have Plumbing by Gallon in the studio with us. Jason Shepard is here, and this time of year, a lot of people have to start worrying about a lot of things when it comes to their home. Owning a home, there's a lot of things you have to keep in mind, and one of the things that is a nightmare for a lot of people, and I have firsthand experience with this, happens to be water, where it's not supposed to be. So, Jason, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you have that could help somebody at least sleep a little easier at night?
The cellular water alarm. This little guy does a lot of amazing things.
Cellular.
Cellular. It's cellular based, so it doesn't require Wi-Fi like some of the other devices that are out there. Some of the security systems that provide this similar product are not cellular based. The key to this is that
we're going to show you this here, and this all sounds well and good.
Right.
Okay, Jason, I'm going to be totally honest with you. Cellular is ideal, but I'm not shelling out $50 a month to have an extra phone in my house, or even $40 a month.
How about $49.98 a year?
Where do you sign? Here's a pen.
We'll get to that later.
Okay. No.
So what does this thing do?
Yeah, so this is a regular full-blown cellular, and what does it do? What can it do?
A lot of different things. If it's a switch, we can hook it to it. If the power goes out in your home, the automatic feature with this particular device, if the power goes out, it sends a text. We pre-program these based on the installation, so you call, ask us for one. We'll pre-program it with as many cell phone numbers as you want in it. We suggest neighbors or relatives, et cetera, if you're a snowbird or if you have someone that is available. It also texts our call center. So if the unit goes off for various different reasons, depending on the application, it gets too cold in your house, we can put a temperature sensor on it.
Really?
The sump pump fails, the power goes out. All of those things we can attach to this device as far as a switch. And then when it goes off, it not only sounds an audible alarm.
So do you need one for every issue?
You don't. Just one unit will do two switches.
That looks like our house there.
Yeah. One unit will do two switches, and the automatic feature is the power outage. So we can hook up to two switches per unit, depending on your application. So if say you're a snowbird, we would do probably the sump pump or a water alarm switch and the temperature switch, along with the power outage.
So if something does happen while you're away, you're
alerted to it.
You know that
instantaneously.
you need to take care of a situation immediately.
Along with our call center. So say, for instance, you're the type of person who doesn't look at their cell phone all the time and you get the text. We get the text as well, and we're going to call every single contact person that you've given us on your list.
So somebody can go check the house out to see whether whether or not just some fluke or really what is going on. How many of these have you installed that had somebody say, "Thank goodness I had this thing put in"?
One where we've gotten the actual text where there was a challenge. We had 15 installed as of a year ago so that we could do the testing. We want to make sure that every product that we put out there works and works as advertised.
All right, what does a unit like this set you back?
It's $499 installed. The unit itself is kind of expensive depending on the application, but it's the yearly thing that, again, some of the other companies like to get you on that $20 to $40 a month thing. It's $49.98 a year for the service.
And you guys negotiated to get that rate down to that.
We negotiated with Verizon so that we could get that as low as possible for our homeowners.
How long would that last?
That's a more reasonable figure.
I'm buying like $500 worth of product with installation. Is that going to last me a year, 5 years, 10 years?
This comes with a 10-year warranty.
10-year warranty. Okay.
All right, I think that's worth it.
Well, if you're owning a home and you've had issues with flooding and things like that,
a lot less than what
things
water
happen
issues
when
are.
you're not always aware. You're sleeping, you're out of town, things like that. I've had a situation with a friend. The furnace broke, had no idea, came back, and and this is winter, so pipes can freeze, things like that
Causes
can happen.
more damage.
Causes more damage than the initial problem.
The price of the unit is generally less than your insurance deductible.
Insurance deductible, or what it would take to fix a
whatever the
travesty
problem
that
was.
could happen to a home.
Yeah, it always seems to be the situation where if I'm in Vegas, a pipe will break. And I've had that happen 2 different times. We're way far away when something broke, and then it wasn't discovered until somebody was checking on the house.
Well, let's say you are out of town and you don't have a bunch of people around you that are going to come in and check on your house. If you call or a message gets sent to you guys, you're out of town, can we call you guys and be like, can you go check out the house?
We're actually going to call you probably before you even realize you have a text.
Okay. And then be like, hey, I'm out of town. Can someone go over and make sure everything's okay? Or how does that work?
Absolutely. What's your garage code? Well, we have to go take care of it.
Okay.
There you go. That's perfect.
We're going to dispatch a technician if you wish. If it's a heating and cooling issue, we have heating and cooling technicians that we refer. We will call them. Our call center will call your heating and cooling tech if you give us their information to send the heating and cooling tech if it's the
heating
cold
system,
weather.
for
Right.
example. And,
Something like that. Okay.
Oh, what a great idea. All right,
we
so
gather
how do people get a hold of you to get some of these things? I've never heard of the cellular ones like you mentioned
Right.
at such a reasonable rate for an entire year. How do they get a hold of you guys?
331-0030.
All right.
Give our client care center a call. They're always waiting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We take phone calls.
All right, this is very nice. So thanks for coming over. Good to see you, Jason. Good night as always. All right.
Have a great day.
Yeah, you too. Have a great day. Like they're Plumbing by Gallon. Appreciate it so much. What a great device. It is 19 minutes past 9 o'clock. We'll be right back. You're watching Great Day Live in Des Moines.